Hi everyone, my name is Karum Shota David and I'm here, your transformational speaker and coach. If you're just joining me for the first time and you don't know who I am, I'm a transformational speaker, I'm a writer, I'm an author, blogger, a serial entrepreneur, and I help people like you watching today to become better versions of yourselves in your personal lives as well as your business. So if you're watching my Friday live, it is literally almost a countdown. And I want to be counting down with you guys to an amazing year. But it doesn't mean that we're forgetting the wonderful year that we have had, okay, in the last 12 months. Like, come on guys, there's been amazing things that have been happening, and if we're going to be transforming into better versions of ourselves, one of the best things to do is for us to actually review, and just check the things that we have been doing in the past year and celebrating some of those successes. And today I want to share one of the amazing habits that I always do at the end of the year, because it's something that I have been doing for such a long time, but over the last 5 years I've really been like intentional using different tools, like my planner, my dream box, my my dream journal, my manifesting book. Literally, like, I have been so intentional about the things that are surrounding me. And so I thought, today you might not have all the tools that I probably will be sharing with you, but there are a couple of cues that people have been putting in my inbox, and even just as we have had chats, over the phone, and as people are watching, and I'm sure even for you guys, you probably have something that you want to ask, and I'm going to be checking out those questions so that I can just get back to you. But I want you to be as interactive as possible. I want you to share with me what your success habits are, and also what are some of the regrets or some of the advice, and even just tips that you can give to somebody out there so they can have an amazing end of the year, as well as one that they can just review and also just get into the new year like, what, I'm a new being, I'm a new person. So for today, what I want to do is just share with you a couple of things, because I don't want to take up too much of your time. There's probably like a lot of like hype over the new year, and if you don't have a hype over the new year, trust me, this is like the best place that you can be in so that you can just review the amazing person that you are. So I have been using this planner for the last 5 years, which has a couple of questions and things that I sit down, I literally lock myself up for like 24 hours and just get to a place of just reviewing myself and saying, Carol, what worked for you, what didn't work for you, and what does the future look like? Now, I'm very old school and I love to write, so for me, like, writing is really like amazing. I know you can get like other stuff out there, like PDF stuff, you can get like e-stuff, and I also share to my community. If you want to be part of my community, my mentorship community, we literally like share a lot of task sheets every month. We have a theme every month. We have material that you are able to just print out and be able to work on it. So one of the things that I want you to do as we look at the amazing year of 2021, okay, and whatever year you're going to be watching this, because I know that some people will be coming back to this, and it won't probably just be this year, but I want you to get back to that place of saying, okay, what are some of the things that I can do? So what I want you to do, okay, I'm also going to look at you digital people, so don't forget, I'm going to come to you. I know that you've got, our techie people that are going to be watching this, but like I said, my show is about transforming you to become a better version of yourself in your personal life as well as your business. So if you don't have some coffee like me, I don't know, sip on something, okay? Sip on something, get yourself like a drink. I just want you to take a chill pill. Even if you're watching this from work, even if you're just like watching this in the car or something, on a train, on a plane, I don't know, wherever you're gonna be watching this from, I want you, if you don't have like a planner, you don't have like a notebook, just get some sort of like even paper. Get even your phone if you want. Just get to a place of just reviewing. But what I want you to do is take a look at some of these questions, and I'm still gonna come back to them, okay, and still be able to post them on the thread in our comment section. But also, if you can just go to the page Transforming with Carol, I will be able to put all these year in review as well as future year, and one of the things that you can look at, some of the things that you can look at. So I want you to be so intentional, and I want you to relax. I want you to literally like let yourself go, okay? And I want you to write down what are some of the amazing things that you achieved in 2021. Now, I've been doing this for 5 years, okay? So I'm literally getting back to that place where I'm showing you guys what are some of the things that help me to get through the next year. And just be excited that even before the year ends, I'm getting somewhere. So I want you to look at your achievements, no matter how big, no matter how small. I want you to write them down. I'm not saying just think about them, hey? I'm saying write them down. There is power in writing them down. I want you to be able to see the things that you achieved. I want you to be able to get to that place of saying, oh my goodness, this is what I did. Now, some of you may have like 4 spaces, 5 spaces. I have like 6 spaces, but some of you may have like a lot. I want you to celebrate yourself. I want you to put it, even if it's on your notepad on your phone, I want you to get to that place where you're able to write down and review yourself for the things that you want. And I want you to congratulate yourself for that success. Now, I also want you to get to a place of saying, what did you do in order to achieve them? Because listen, you've got all these things that you're celebrating. So obviously there's something that you did right, okay? So I want you to actually acknowledge, what are the things that you did? Did you keep your boundaries? Did you watch Transforming with Carol? Did you speak with other people? Did you get an accountability partner? Did you have a mentor? Did you have a coach? What did you do? Did you just simply have like your peace? Did you save? Did you change your mindset? Did you surround yourself with an amazing, beautiful, community? What did you do? Then I want you to look at all these things and say, you know what? This is my success story right here. Because those things that you put in place, those are the things that I want you to review. Those are the things that are saying that you matter. You are worth it. Because at the end of the day, they made you achieve the first things that you are introspecting on, right? How does it feel? I want you to ask yourself and to write them down. Looking at all the successes that you've had, how does it feel? Knowing that you changed your life, knowing that you changed somebody's life, knowing that you changed your family's life, knowing that you kept your word, knowing that you walked out of that toxic relationship, knowing that you walked out of that toxic marriage, knowing that you decided to take on that job. What is it that you decided? Or maybe even in another instance, maybe you decided to let go of it. But what is that success story that I want you to look at it and say, how do I feel about this? Like, what are your honest? Do you feel anxious? Do you feel like excited? What is it about that feeling that you are feeling? Now, we have looked at the things that worked, right? But what are some of the things that you need to work on? What did you want to achieve, but you didn't? It's so important for us to get to that place of knowing what it is that we achieved and what it is that we didn't. Now, when you look at what you didn't achieve, put it down. What didn't you achieve? Just acknowledge it. I wanted to, maybe cut off that relationship and I didn't. Maybe I wanted to invest more and I didn't. We're not getting to the reasons yet. We're just saying acknowledge. What are some of those things? Maybe you panicked. Maybe you had comparison. Maybe you had social validation. Maybe you didn't take a break. What is it? Okay? Put it down there. Like I say to you, do not feel bad about the fact that it didn't happen. What is important is the fact that you did have some goals. You did have some things that you achieved. You did have some success on the way. But it's also important for us to get to a place of saying, okay, why didn't I achieve them? What are some of the things that I did that I did not achieve? Okay? What are the habits maybe that I put in place that I didn't? So this is another thing that I do, okay? I get to sit down and I say, take some time to think about what you want to achieve this year and the things that you want to ultimately feel. This is like, we've acknowledged the things that we succeeded on. And then we also get to a place of saying there's some things that I didn't succeed on. But then now I'm looking forward to the future. You now have this renewed hope. You've gotten to a place of saying that I understand my worth and I know what it is that I want. And now you are going to write them down, your personal and business goals. Like somebody might be saying, oh, you know what, Carol, I don't do business. You yourself are a business. The way that you sell yourself, the things that you acknowledge, the things that you say, whatever you recommend, you are a moving business, honey. Whatever it is that you do, you are a business. So you need to write down your personal and business goals, okay? Write down what it is that you want to achieve in those areas in a big way. Like this is where you just remove all the limitations out of your mind and you just say that I want to do this. You're not looking at time, you're looking at money, you're not looking at where you're at, your environment, your situation. No, we are saying in 2022, what is it that you want to achieve? What is it that you want to achieve in whatever year that you're going to be watching this? I want you to get to that place. after you've brain dumped, as I call them, you know, where you just scribble, you put whatever it is that you want, all the things that you want, you have to get to a place of just saying, what are my top 5 priorities? Because you see, sometimes we don't achieve some of our goals as we may be reviewing because maybe there were also too many. Maybe some of the goals that you have are not necessarily for 2022, but they are for the future. But we're not saying that you go back and rethink what it is that you wrote. But I want you, as you're brain dumping everything onto the paper, you now look at everything intricately and you say, I want to pick out 5 main goals that I want to achieve in the year 2022. And then you also have to get to a place of saying, what are the major steps that I need to take in order to reach those goals? Are you still taking your coffee? Are you still taking your drink? Do you still have your tea? Whatever it is, I want you to relax, okay? And then the other thing is, in order for you to also achieve certain goals, you need to get to a place of saying, who are the people that I need to reach out to get to where I want to be? What is it going to take for me to achieve those 5 goals that I made a priority? Like, listen, we're talking about 365, 5 major goals. There must be something that you want to do, okay, that you need to make sure that you actually achieve it. Whether it's your weight management, whether it's your investments, whether it's your personal development, whatever it is, just get started. Get started on what it is that you are supposed to be achieving, okay? Now the big thing. We've got all these goals, right, that we are putting in place. But we all know, like, there are certain things, in fact, I think all things, because the Bible even says money answereth all things. We're talking mullah, cash money here. We are talking, what are the figures? Guys, when we talk about figures, like my planner, like literally this section, does not even give me a currency. Like, you have to decide. I'm very big on the currency that you are dreaming in. I'm very big on you saying that this is what I want to achieve. So I want you to really think financially and be very clear. All these goals that I want to achieve must come. Of course, I have another section where I talk about SMART goals. And if you haven't watched some of, you know, the amazing lives that we have done here at Vertex Studios, I want you to go back and search for those goals. When we spoke about Go for Gold, spoke about specific goals, measurable, attainable, realistic, relevant, and time-bound. We need to get to that place of saying, what are my exact financial goals? You have to have a figure. You have to know what you want to achieve in 2022. If you have a monthly goal, I want you to times it by 12 and then double it. Okay, did you hear me? I want you to take that monthly amount that you want to have, spread it, okay, multiply it by 12, and then I want you to double it. Why? Because if you're going to be shooting for the moon, you might as well land amongst the stars. We dream so small, but on this section, we are dreaming big, and we are dreaming in such a way that we are looking at the goals that we want to achieve, because there were many, and then we get to a place of like narrowing down and we're saying we have like 5 goals. So now those 5 goals will need income, and that income, you also want to have a little bit of surplus. You want to have some savings, you want to have some emergency cash, you want to have some, you know, investments, all those things. Just get to a place of thinking critically. What are the clients that you need to have? How much stock do you need to have? How many connections do you need to have? Those are all things you need to be thinking about. Those are all things that you need to be just reviewing on. Come on, guys. Like, literally, this is your life. This is your amount. This is you getting to a place of not saying what my limitations are and where I'm at. This is you getting to a place of saying that this amount that I'm putting, I'm worth that amount. Like, you can even literally take it out of your paper and put it on a vision board. Stick it somewhere. Stick it on your bathroom mirror. Stick it on your door. Stick it somewhere. Just make a wallpaper. There's so many amazing apps like Canva that help you to create so much material. Like, everything is figure outable, like Marie Folio always says. Get to that place of changing your life and how you think. Remove all money limitations and just be you. I want you to really dream big. I want you to think money, money, money goals. But think about the currency. Think about how they are tied into the goals that you want to achieve. Because those things will just not fall from the sky. You need to get to a place of saying, I'm worthy of these things. Now, in this digital world that we have all come to, you know, like, we have to think about the future. Like, we cannot run away from it. Like I said, do you have your coffee? Do you have your drink? You need to take a moment. This needs you to have something, okay? Gotta have that juice. In this digital world, people are achieving so many things, but then you can also fall, you know, prey to the tendency of just being online for no reason. Now, especially for a lot of people, because I've noticed like a lot of my community are either doing like a side thing, or like they're in full-time business, or like they're getting started, but there's always like an element of business to them. Now, if you are in that industry, right, I have to assure you without a shadow of a doubt that your social media is going to impact the way that you do things. So, excuse me. So I want you to think about this. I want you to get to a place of saying, okay, if I do email marketing or whatever, right? How many email subscribers do you want to have? When we look at our website traffic, what sort of how many people do you want to have come through to your website? You need to be able to track those things. Otherwise, why are you online doing stuff that you're not even able to track? You need to know what works for you. You know, if you're on a platform for Facebook, how many people do you have? What is your goal for this year? What do you want to do? And when we talk about that number, what is it for? Like, because I would tell you, I don't have like the millions of numbers for social media, but I have the impact. I have the connection. I have the network. I feel like I can inbox people on my social media and be able to get some feedback from them. So ask yourself, why are you on social media? Your Twitter, your Pinterest, your LinkedIn, YouTube, podcast, Instagram, Clubhouse, whatever it is that you're thinking of. You need to get to that place of saying, what are my goals? What am I doing here? Okay? Because you might not even find that you need any of these platforms. You might just find that you need one, whether it's TikTok, it's Clubhouse, it's Facebook. But think about the ones that you also want to go. Like my marketing goals have got a whole page, right, of blank spaces that I can build. But I'll give you an example. Like you're going to be seeing me a lot uploading stuff and doing stuff for Instagram. Why? You know, because I'm building that platform. If you see me on YouTube, why? Because I'm building that platform. You're gonna see me focusing a lot on my, you know, my website and email listing. So you guys are gonna be hearing from me quite a lot, maybe like once or twice a week if you're part of like my email community. And I might do TikTok or Clubhouse, but one of the two. The thing is, I have those goals, but I also have them quarterly. I know exactly what I'm gonna be building. So even for you, what are those goals? What are the things that you want to be achieving? But get down to the nitty-gritties, because those details that you are putting in would determine the kind of numbers that you want. Like, do you just want to be, okay, imagine yourself being on the other end of a person that you follow. You comment, you do whatever, and you've never heard from them. Like, they've never like liked you or whatever. I know sometimes we get like social media managers. I'm a social media, manager myself. But you also want social media managers or people that interact with you at a personal level, that know even like your celebrity, your star, whoever it is that you follow, excuse me, your mentor, that you'll be able to get to them without feeling like, you know what, I'm just like a number. So think about what your end user is going to be feeling. So this might not apply to everybody, but if you're going to be going onto social media like intentionally, then you have to be intentional. Like you have to know exactly which days are you going to be reaching out to your people? When are you going to be doing like one-on-ones? When are you going to be like responding to comments? You don't want to get blocked and just like be doing copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste. I have done that before, because you do genuinely want to say hi to everybody, but sometimes you get like 400 comments, 300 comments, 100 comments. Even just 30 comments is a lot for some people. Not everybody has that time. So meaning that you have to be intentional. Schedule that time that you're going to be on social media. So now, the other last thing that I want to show you guys when it comes to planning is for you to have an overview, okay? Like I said, reach out to me if you want to get like some sort of planner, because I do have some freebies that I give out, okay? You better be able to subscribe to my platform. Make sure that you go to www.mempoweredlife.com. I will be sharing that as well in the comment section, but we are here to build you, okay? We are here to build you. It's about community. Have an overview. Like I'm filming from this amazing studio called Vertex in Lusaka, Zambia, right? But it's not like anybody can just walk in and just like record anyhow. There is a calendar. There is a schedule. There is a timetable of who's walking into the studio, who's doing whatever, who comes in at a certain time. So even your life, you're not going to launch and post and do this and do whatever for the whole, like in January. So you have to look at January to December and say, what is my overview for the next year? What am I going to be doing in January? What am I going to be doing in February? What am I going to be doing in March? When are you taking a social media break? You know what I mean? When are you unplugging? When are you having your annual event? When are you doing this, and this? You have to be so intentional. Why? This will help you to really be a good communicator. It will help you to fit in certain programs, because at the end of the day, a disorganized person is at the mercy of an organized person. That's one of the things that we teach in mindset change. understand this, that if you're going to be at a place of doing stuff think about it. What is the one major thing that in your quarter you're going to do? Your quarter meaning January to March, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. So those 3 month block chunks are called quarters. What is the main activity? It doesn't even always have to be external, but what is the main activity that you are going to be doing in that quarter? What is the one thing that will set you up for those 3 months? Okay? Or that will just lead you into the next level of whatever your business is, your personal life, but what is it? So it's so important that as you do your overview, you also think back to those goals that you want to achieve, those 5 major goals, because they are tied to your success. I mean, as you come to review 2022, you don't want to be at that place where you feel like, oh my God, you know what I mean? I'm not really getting back to that place where I wanted to be. I'm not moving forward. So you focus on what it is that you want to do. When you look at your year of quarterly overview, it'll help you to not feel overwhelmed, guys, because a lot of times we feel so panicky. And you know what's so beautiful is that when you plan like this, when somebody is doing something similar to you in July and your goal is for maybe October, you're not gonna feel bad, because at the end of the day, you are looking at your stuff and you're like, you know what? I'm able to plan it because I have put it in that space, and I'm able to plan, and I'm not going to be intimidated by anybody else. I am running my own race. So getting back to that, okay, we have planned, we have done what we need to do. Now, I want you to get to this place where always move with some notebook. Listen, guys, you're not always going to be all fancy and stuff like me. It took some time, okay? And it's not always cheap. But when you get to a place of understanding who you are and what you're supposed to be doing, and that you are a creative being, that you're a co-creator with God, God is going to be speaking to you at so many times. You need to journal, you need to write, even if you're not really a writer. But get to that place of, if you're not going to be using an old school book like me, then use your phone, okay? Use your notepad. I'm not joking, guys. Get to that place where you even go to the bathroom with your phone or something, because you never know when an idea is going to drop. Write it down. Get to a place of saying, whatever it is that I think of is really important and it's worth jotting down. You'll be surprised what you can monetize. You'll be surprised what you can turn into a business. You'll be surprised what can change your life just by writing down and speaking positive words and creating your own affirmations. What are the things that you're speaking over your life, guys? Write positive things. Take some time out and just write what it is that you want to achieve, so that you can also speak out loud on one of those days if you're not, if you're a shy person, because I'm not shy. I will speak positive. I will speak life into my life, because there's certain things that I want to achieve. And there is power, okay? There is words in it. There's power in the words that come out from your mouth, okay? You need to get to that place of understanding that whatever you are seeing, whatever that is around you, think back. What are the words that you spoke? What are those things that you say to yourself that you wanted to achieve, or that you didn't want to achieve, or you didn't want into your life? Don't talk about the things you don't want. Speak about the things that you want, okay? Be intentional in your planner. At the beginning of every month, I write down in my planners, I write who I'm going to listen to, who I'm going to be reading, who I'm going to be connecting with. You need to put those things down, so that you're just not listening to 100 people at the same time, because it's also about the energy, the tempo, the things that person is building into you. So get to that place of really writing down, and also just your dreams. What are your dreams about? Put those things down in your book. When you wake up in the morning, write down what it is that your spirit is saying to you. You need to meditate on those things. Think about what it is. Try it out even for 7 days consistently, and just see where it leads you, the peace that it gives you. It is so important, guys. And then the other thing that I also love to do, you can literally get even a shoe box, although for me, my planner always comes with a box. It's called a dream box, okay? What you need to do is get even a shoe box or something. Just get it, you can buy a gift box, okay? I'm sure there's gift boxes everywhere. You can put your nice vision here or something that you want in that box that you're gonna get. It doesn't have to be this big, but this is me talking about what I do, okay? So in here, it even says, I'm more than just a box. I'm a place for you to safely keep your dreams and goals for 2022. Trust that whatever I hold for you will become your reality. So I want you, I mean, we literally have to feel like a child when we're getting our dreams started. You'd be so shocked at some of the things that these people who are like so wealthy, what they have been dreaming for years, the habits that they have put in place, the childlike things that they have put that they're not even able to tell you. But I'm here to reveal some secrets. Get you a shoebox, get you a gift box, whatever it is, but make it a dream box. This is something that you're going to look back on. If you want cutout magazine clips, do whatever, put stuff in there, put little things that will remind you of the things that you want to achieve. If you have no idea how to do vision board creation or whatever, I have a 7-day course that I'm able, sorry, a 5-day course that I'm able to give you, and you can come in and share and all that stuff, and we'll be able to help you from where you're at. Why? It's so important for you to dream. It's so important for you to have reminders. It's so important for you to know that a box, you know what I mean, can hold so many things that you might not even be able to describe. You can even have your prayers in there. I have done that before, where you just write down the things that you want God to, to do for you. You can even write down your gratitude list. If you don't have a box, you can even get a gratitude jar. Maybe what you want is just to learn how to be grateful. So maybe get a jar, write little papers, and then just fold them and put them in there. I'm telling you, it's so fulfilling. At the end of a quarter, 6 months or a year, you sit down and you start to read the things that you maybe could have even taken for granted. Like in the beginning, I'm telling you, write even things like I have water, clean water to drink. I have shoes on my feet. I have whatever. Just write down all the things that you may have taken for granted, even the ability to breathe. So as I wrap up this amazing Transforming with Carol edition, I want you to know that this new year that is happening is not about the date or the time changing on the calendar. It's about you. Who do you want to become? Your new year can start 5 minutes from now, okay? Or for some of you, maybe your new year started when I just started talking. We don't need a calendar. We don't need a date to begin a new year. Your new year starts immediately. You decide that this is who I want to become. This is what I want to achieve. These are the people that I want to connect with, and this is where I want to go in the future. So I'm really looking forward to hearing from you guys about this amazing, episode that we've had, because remember, in order for us to become better versions of ourselves, it's a desire for pleasure, the avoidance of pain, that will catapult us into the amazing greatness of who we are. Everybody has a gift to offer. We all have something to offer. If you're not sure about that, get in touch with me. There's so many things that I do that will help you to just fulfill your purpose. If you know you have a skill, you want to monetize whatever it is that you do, the website is coming up, CDMA, Online Academy. You will be able to monetize whatever it is that you do. Why? Because somebody out there needs the gift, needs the skills, the talents that you possess, and without you shining out the light for them, okay, they can also never become. Sometimes we feel like we're not important, we're not significant. There is nobody, okay? Just ask yourself, who am I and what space has God called me to be? It's not everybody that's meant to be in the camera. Some of the greatest people that have changed and impacted my life do not even have a social media account. So you need to be comfortable with your space. Know what God has called you to. Know whether he's called you to 10 people, or he's called you to 100, or he's called you to thousands or millions. And then don't limit, okay, your global influence. A long time ago, we were like, you know what, I need to get on a plane, I need to get whatever, and then I have global influence. Global influence literally comes from your phone. As long as you're able to reach out to so many people on your phone, you already have global impact. Because understand this, God is not going to trust you with the next if you don't obey the now instruction. Okay, a lot of us are just going round and round in circles because we're not learning the lesson from today, whatever it is that we need to learn. So I'm hoping, I'm praying, I'm excited that this episode has truly transformed your life. I want you to tag somebody. I want you to like it. I want you to comment. I want you to share so that somebody out there, or even somebody that you love, somebody that you know, needs to hear this, and we can become better versions of ourselves. It's so important for us to be in a community where our lives are changing positively and impactful. And if you're looking to create amazing content in this amazing year of 2022, get in touch with me. Get in touch with me or the Vertex page so that you can come to a space where you don't need to struggle about setup and lighting and all those things that a lot of people have challenges with. Come on, you will be good to go. Don't forget to just slide into the DM, send me an inbox. with the code TWC10, and we'll be able to give you so much more information about how you can become an amazing content creator and just, provide your gift to the world out there, because somebody out there really needs who you are and all that you are going to ever become. So please don't forget to follow me on the social media, Transforming with Carol, at TT, on almost all the Facebook, all the social media platforms, on Facebook, Twitter, Clubhouse, Instagram, TikTok, Transforming with Carol. You will be sure to find me. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I can't wait to get your feedback. I'm going to be checking out all these amazing comments that you guys will be sharing. So have a beautiful, beautiful end of your day, as well as we count down to the new year. Happy New Year, and God bless you.